This is a $30 Xbox controller, and this is a $60 Xbox controller, and in this video I'm going to be seeing which one is better value for your money. Starting off with the $30 controller, this is one from PDP Gaming. Now, I've used this controller for quite a few years now, and so far it's been really great. The build quality, definitely a little bit cheaper on this, a lot more plasticky, just cheap plasticky feeling, but it has really nice feeling joysticks, nice feeling buttons. They all feel very solid, solid feeling triggers, and overall just all the buttons, which is the most important part in my opinion, feel really nice on this. Now, the one thing I never really liked with this controller is it is unfortunately wired. It uses a micro USB, and that's the only way to power it. So no wireless capabilities or battery built into this. You also have a 3.5mm headphone / microphone jack on the bottom. But other than that, there's not really much, to talk about with this controller. It's pretty basic, it feels very light. And overall, like I said, just a little cheap. So this is the $60 controller we will be comparing it to. This is just a normal OEM Xbox controller for the Xbox Series S and X. This one is the carbon black color. We're going to be using my Gerber pocket knife to open this one up today. There's a little bit of tape here. Ooh, very nice presentation. The whole box is kind of sloped here, and it kind of opens up, kind of leaves the controller on display. Picking it up out of the box, got two AA batteries with this. One thing you can get with these controllers, because they're powered by AA's, you can get rechargeable power banks for these, which is really nice. Getting further in here, we've got our paperwork, instruction manuals, warranty stuff, everything like that. So I've literally held this controller for a couple of seconds, and the first thing I immediately notice is build quality. It feels much better in the hands. The plastic feels much more just high quality, more rigid plastic. And like I said on the last one, the controller, the buttons and the triggers and everything felt great, but there is definitely a big noticeable difference in the triggers. They're a little bit softer. They feel a little bit more firm on the spring. All the buttons feel really good. The joysticks feel great. One thing I don't like on this one is the D-pad. That's the one part that feels kind of cheap and clicky, whereas this D-pad actually feels a lot better in my opinion. It's a lot more firm and has more of a springy feel to it. It just feels really good, but honestly, overall, this one feels a lot better in the hands. So, the big difference with this Xbox controller is that it is wireless. It's got Bluetooth. You can see up top there you can charge it with USB Type-C if you have one of those rechargeable battery packs. If not, you will have to be replacing AA's. We also have what looks like kind of like an HDMI port on the bottom. I believe that's for charging or some sort of accessories. And then you also have your 3.5mm microphone / headphone jack there. So I'm trying out both controllers with a game of Fall Guys. One thing I forgot to mention is both controllers have vibration motors in them. So I'm starting off with the PDP controller. So far, everything feels really great on this controller. Like I said, it has vibration motors, and they feel really great with this thing. They feel just solid and just quality, I guess. Like nothing, no weird like rattles or anything like that. One thing I do find myself noticing though, after just holding the Xbox branded controller, this one just kind of feels cheap and hollow now at this point. But overall, not a bad controller. I mean, it gets the job done. Like I said, I've been using this one for a few years now, and I mean, I haven't had any issues with it. Obviously, it's wired, so no weird like connection issues or anything like that. But yeah, feels pretty solid. Alright, so I'm now using the Xbox Series X controller, and right off the bat, I can just tell a huge quality difference. One thing I am noticing at first is this one's a lot heavier. Obviously, you have your batteries in here and everything, but in a way that just gives a sense of just better build quality and just overall it being feeling more solid. Vibration motors feel pretty similar actually. They're about the same, I would say. as the PDP controller, but also just the way the buttons themselves feel. They just feel a lot more solid and a lot more confidence inspiring, I guess. It doesn't feel like it's just gonna break. Not that the PDP does, but it just, I don't know. There's something about the quality difference of this that just feels so much better than the other one. All the buttons have a nice click to them, and it just feels really, really nice in the hands. It's also more comfortable. I'm not sure, just like the overall shape of how you hold the controller just feels a lot better. It feels more natural than the PDP controller, so that's also a pretty important part of it, and it feels really, really nice. So after playing with both of these controllers for a little bit, which one do I say is the better choice? Now, for straight up value, for half the price you can get this PDP controller, but there are definitely some consequences of that. It's just cheaper overall, cheaper feeling, and it's just overall not as nice of a controller. It doesn't feel as good in the hands and things like that. But, like I said, it's half the price, so if you're looking for something that just gets the job done, this will do just fine. It's reliable, it's cheap, and it performs pretty decently. Now, if you're willing to spend about double that amount, you can get yourself an Xbox branded controller, which I think is a lot nicer. Just feels nicer in the hand, better build quality, and just overall nicer controller. Also, you have wireless connectivity, which I'm all for. I really like that in a controller. It means you can move around and stuff, and you're not tethered to your computer with a cord. Overall, I think this is the better choice personally. The only drawback of this one is the cheaper feeling D-pad. So if you're looking for something nice, go with this. If you're looking for something that just gets the job done, go with this. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I also want to thank you guys so much for your support and positive feedback on the last video as well. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the videos, and I am enjoying making them for you. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.